Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to WKYT News at 12:30 on Christmas Eve. Bill Bryant and Rebecca Smith reporting.
Yes, welcome in. Police still working the scene in Winchester where they made an arrest in a deadly late-night shooting.
A lot still unraveling on this story. We have team coverage beginning with WKYT's Sam Smith. He's been tracking the situation. He joins us now live with our top story here at 12:30. Sam?
Police are still looking for a person of interest in this case. They say he's not from Winchester, and they're working with other agencies to find him. Here's his picture. Police want him for questioning. 2 people have been arrested for the shooting. 20-year-old Lamont Wilkerson and 18-year-old Lillian Barnett. Barnett is charged with complicity to murder. Wilkerson is charged with burglary and murder. Police say an apartment was targeted last night for a home invasion. Shots were fired. The amount of shots have not been released, but one hit a woman in the apartment below. The bullet killed 19-year-old Amber Caudill. 2 people in the apartment above the targeted apartment were also hit.
We responded and we were able to close this case quickly and hopefully get some justice for the victim.
We reached out to Wilkerson and Barnett to see if they wanted to talk to us from jail, but they declined. Live in Winchester, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Sam, thank you. And all 3 victims were rushed into emergency surgery. Police say they are in critical condition, and we're gathering information about the shooting victim as more of her friends have come forward. Of course, they are in mourning, the one, of course, who died.
Understandably so. And WKYT's Mark Barber is rejoining us now with more of our top story team coverage. He talked to some of the folks in Clark County who are hurting pretty bad on this Christmas Eve.
Amber Caudill's friends say the unimaginable happened when the 19-year-old EKU student was killed by a stray bullet. Caudill's boyfriend says they were planning to get married. Her friends tell us she even had the wedding dress picked out.
She didn't buy it or anything, but she had it picked out. She knew exactly which one she wanted.
Her boyfriend says the shooting happened around 8 o'clock last night while they were watching TV in their second-floor apartment at the Summit Apartments on Oxford Drive. They say when they heard gunshots upstairs, they started running toward the back of their apartment. Her boyfriend says that's when 2 bullets flew through their ceiling and hit Caudill. This morning, her father visited the apartment where she was killed. He was too emotional to talk. Caudill's close friends tell us she is from Clay City and just applied for a job with Amazon in Winchester. They say her death is especially hard because it happened so close to the holidays.
Somebody that would be so self-centered and not think about all of the other people that were around. Like, what if Amber had a long life ahead of her.
The Clark County coroner says he is still waiting for Caudill's autopsy results. I'm told that Hearn Funeral Home in Stanton is planning her funeral. In Winchester, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you very much, and you will hear what Caudill's boyfriend has to say about her death coming up on a report on WKYT News at 5 and 6 this evening.
Lexington police are making a dent in this year's unsolved homicide cases. Devin Jones and Tarico Williams are charged with murder in the death of Walter Gray. He was found shot to death last month on Warnock Street. Gray was Lexington's 16th homicide victim of 2014. With arrests in the case, the number of unsolved homicides this year in Lexington is now down to 6.
Well, the Food and Drug Administration is recommending changes to the nation's blood donation policy.
Ebony Williams has details in this Better Living report.
Federal health officials are recommending lifting the country's lifetime ban on blood donations from gay and bisexual men. The Food and Drug Administration says under the new policy, only men who have had sex with other men in the previous year would not be allowed to donate. Many groups, including the Red Cross, have long opposed the lifetime ban, which was implemented in the 1980s. Teens are tanning less indoors, but the dangerous practice remains common. A new study in JAMA Dermatology looked at surveys including more than 16,000 high school students. Researchers found still about 20% of girls went indoor tanning at least once in 2013. And a new virus, likely carried by ticks and other insects, has been discovered. Kansas health officials say there's been only 1 victim who died this summer. The CDC confirmed the virus, now called the Bourbon virus because the victim lived in Bourbon County. Health officials say it's still not clear how much the virus contributed to the patient's death. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Ebony Williams, CBS News.
All right, well, instead of tickets, some police officers in Houston are handing out cash for Christmas.
Who'd have thunk it? Motorists who had braced themselves for the worst are driving away with a smile. Lauren Tallarico reports.
14 and 24 days.
Have you ever been pulled over and had this reaction? Today, Officer Gary Parker was one of 10 Houston police officers who performed traffic stops and then passed out cash.
We had a anonymous donor donate money to the police department. Okay, would you accept $100 cash in lieu of writing a citation today?
Hold on, sir. Would I do what?
People were confused and excited.
I love that.
Okay.
I love that. I'm so surprised. Wow. Are you serious?
Davian Brown's reaction was just downright hilarious.
Oh, my heart was beating. I'm like, hey, call my mama or something. I might get a ticket. I might go to jail. I don't know.
And the reaction of Ana Hernandez was touching.
It's going to be okay. All right? She was like, thank you, sir. Thank you. I really need it.
A little holiday cheer from an unexpected Secret Santa.
Of course, we will be tracking the movements of a certain man in a red suit as the day goes on.
That's right, we are right now. It's about to get real for Santa Claus. We have a pretty good idea of where he is right now. Let's take a look here. He has been spotted on the other side of the international date line in Osaka, Japan. Actually, a lot of people dressed as Santa, as you see there. Look at there, about 1,200 of them now. They lined up and wrote down their wishes on large strips of paper. At the shout of Merry Christmas, they held up the papers, forming what looked like a large Christmas tree.
That is really neat.
Isn't that nice?
Oh, yeah.
All right. All kinds of nice gestures around the world here on this Christmas Eve.